Hi, this is Richard Vague. Today we're going to talk for a moment about India. India is rapidly growing but still considered a less developed country with a per capita GDP of $2,300 as compared to the other six of the world's seven largest economies. The US at 76,000, Germany at 48,000, Britain at 45,000, France at 40, Japan at 33, and China at 12. But India has an advantage that is often true of less developed status. It has a low level of private and public debt. India's private debt to GDP is 88%, which is considerably lower than the US at 158%, China at 218%, Japan at 186%, Germany at 128%, France at 231%, and Britain at 150%. India has the same relative advantage on the public debt side. Its public debt to GDP is a comparatively low 55%, well below the US at 124, China at 78, Japan at 238, which, by the way, if we net out the financial assets the government in Japan owns, is instead 163%, Germany at 67, France at 112, and Britain at 101. This low debt means India has ample capacity to utilize debt, especially private sector debt, to invest and build up its economy. The higher private debt levels in other countries is in fact a prime reason they became more developed. To underscore this, in 1980 the GDPs of India and China were tiny specks, 37 billion and 59.7 billion respectively, very small from an economic perspective. Since that time, GDP in China has grown to 18 trillion, which is more than 5 times that of India at 3.4 trillion. One of the biggest reasons for that is China's investment in development, which has been funded with this non-central government or private debt equivalent debt. China has reached that lofty level by piling on 37 trillion in private sector equivalent debt, which is almost 14 times the amount in India. India has one more crucial advantage that most of the less developed countries do not have: a large domestic market with well over 1 billion citizens. That means its domestic companies can reach a scale to compete globally simply by selling within India. Most LDCs don't have that luxury, are small, and really can never achieve scale internally. One last observation on India. Its private sector debt growth has been relatively stable and even declining as a percent of GDP over the recent quarters, which means that while there are always credit problems in some sectors of any economy, it's not building up excessive bad debts broadly across the country. That's it for this week. Thanks.